Now, if you've been wanting to travel, you've probably thought of heading to destinations ranging from Thailand to Paris, let's be honest. But have you ever considered traveling in your own backyard? Well, tourism in Africa is definitely on the rise. In 2017, a record 62 million people explored our continent. So what is stopping you? To chat to us more about the state of tourism in South Africa and why we should be exploring more of our African countries, we're joined by SA Tourism CEO Sisa Ntshona to shed some light on the state of tourism in South Africa ahead of the National Assembly tomorrow. Sisa, so good to have you on the show.
Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm so glad you got the memo. We're totally twinning, you and I.
There you go. And I brought my torch with me, just in case
I
the lights
love
go
it,
off
just in
again.
case something happens. Let's talk about tourism in South Africa. How would you currently assess the tourism landscape in South Africa and Africa? Is it still one of the highest performing sectors that we have right now?
Absolutely. I mean, tourism is growing phenomenally. It's growing 7% year on year.
Wow.
There's no other sector in this country that even comes close to that. And tourism is a sector that also touches on so many other industries as well. So be it construction, be it financial services. So, you know, I always say to people that the more tourists we have, the better environment that we have as well.
Absolutely. Now, I know there was a big push to encourage South Africans to explore more of our own backyard and Africa at large. Has there been a rise in South Africans exploring locally and on the continent?
Yeah, I mean, the aspiration is to make all 55 million of us to become, tourism ambassadors.
Exactly.
And, in order to become ambassador, it presupposes that you know your own country. So we want people to take pride in their country. And if you see in our latest campaigns, it's really about ownership. It's your country, explore it. We're almost giving you permission to go anywhere and everywhere so that you can be, the best ambassador out there.
That's amazing. Now, I know the Africa's Travel Indaba took place in Durban last week. 7,000 people in attendance from 80 different countries. What were some of your biggest highlights from the event?
Oh, wow. I'm still trying to recover from that. Just to give you a bit of a sense, the Tourism Indaba is literally, it's a big show and tell. It is the entire continent coming together, showing its competencies, capabilities, and its abilities basically to host leisure tourism. And we invite the world, travel agencies, buyers, for them to see what this country and this continent has. Not only the things that they know, but more importantly, to show them the new stuff, that what we call the hidden gems, basically. So that they, whether you come to South Africa for the 4th or 5th time, there's something new to discover every single time.
Yeah. I think we're all going to be keeping a very close eye on Minister Hanekom's travel budget speech tomorrow. What are you hoping to see from it, and what should South Africans be expecting to see from it as well?
Absolutely. I mean, as much as tourism has opportunity, we have to invest. We have to invest in terms of presence. We have to invest internationally. We've got 10 offices around the world. And you can imagine, so we use rands to invest in hard currencies, dollars, euros, etc. Because we're competing. We're competing with the likes of the Thailands. We compete with the likes of Paris. So we have to make sure all the time that you're top of mind. So tomorrow is literally about the minister leading the charge to why we should keep getting more money and what it is that we're going to be doing with the money so that at the end of our tenure, we can be evaluated how effective we are.
Yeah. For any South African that's watching now that never ever thought of traveling locally and in our beautiful Africa, what would you have to say to them?
I'll say to them, there's something for everybody in this country. Whether you are an adrenaline junkie, whether you are a conservationist, there's something there. And there's something for every pocket as well. So whether you are a one-star backpacker or an Uber luxury 5-star, there's something in between as well. So I would encourage people to go to the Short Left website and explore. Just let yourself wander around there. You will find what you're looking for and go for it. I mean, all modes of transport, bus, taxi, car, airplane, train, go for it. Just move, get to know your country.
Just move and get to know your country. Thank you so much, Sisa, for joining us and, of course, inspiring us just to find a love and a passion for this beautiful continent of Africa that we call home.
Absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. SA Tourism CEO Sisa Ntshona joining us this morning to talk about traveling not only locally but in our greater continent, because it's all about exploring and finding those gems that's just on our back door.